Hi everybody, once again, this is Melanie, and as promised, I was going to do a movie review for The Half-Blood Prince. And basically this is going to be my Chapter 10, AngelKay's movie review for The Half-Blood Prince. Now, if you haven't read the books, or if you haven't seen the movie yet and don't want to be spoiled, please turn this video off right now. Even though I would like to have the little views that I get, I just don't want to hear any complaints or any comments saying that I spoiled you and I spoiled everything for you. So please just turn it off right now. Like right now. Okay, for those who want to hear what I have to say, I'm going to have to start off. I have to kind of agree with a few of my friends up on YouTube. Especially Eric. I went there to the movie, and I went to the midnight showing on Wednesday, and I was dumbfounded a little bit. I mean, I was in the awe that the movie was as long as it was. I figured it was going to be very short, but it wasn't, and it actually was quite beautiful. Actually, I mean, everything, like from the special effects and everything, nothing looked fake. I mean, everything looked like seamless, almost. Too seamless. And, I mean, it was, as I said, if you never read the books and you went to go see it, it was, I mean, it told a little bit of the story, but not too much, and it was really rushed. Everything was rushed. And it's amazing that they rushed so much. And then they did like this slow down thing in the middle. I mean, with the whole thing with Hermione and Ron's like tango dance with their love and everything. I mean, they had a weird thing, but they do a lot of different things. They've done a lot of things different. Say like for the beginning of the movie, they had the Death Eaters destroy all of Anders, and then they destroy a Muggle walking bridge in London. And while this is going on, Harry is sitting in a diner in the middle of the night, or almost the middle of the night, reading the Wizarding paper in full view of Muggles. But apparently he puts a charm on it and makes it freeze so the pictures won't move, instead of being at the Dursleys waiting for Dumbledore to come pick him up. But he's at a diner, and apparently he starts hitting on the waitress, or the waitress starts hitting on him. He starts hitting on back with her, and she says, I get off at 11 o'clock, and he was all up for it until Dumbledore shows up and then pretty much steals him away, and then they go get Slughorn, and it's pretty much how I pictured the whole Slughorn scene. That was actually perfect. And then he comes back, and this is for you, Eric. Apparently you were complaining like Harry forgot that he was a wizard for a second and that he can just magically transport his owl and his books to the burrow. It's not that he forgot that he was a wizard. It's just that his wand was in dire and desperate need of a ebony varnish polish. If you catch my drift. Or here, how else can I say it? He wanted to be Ivory, and he wanted to play along with Ebony in perfect harmony. Okay? All right. Enough of that. All right. And then they go to the burrow, and everyone doesn't know he shows up. And then it's amazing how they did the burrow, because it looks so bare compared to like the other movies. I mean, it looked like cardboard basically. It's like they had everything all built up, all these rooms built up, and it just looked so bare. So that's my complaint with the burrow. And my other little complaint is, my pet peeve is, they did not have Bill and Fleur at all. No Bill and Fleur, which for what I've heard, they did casting for Bill, but yet they didn't have him in the movie at all. And then they confirmed that Fleur Decor was going to be in the movie. but apparently that didn't happen. They cut that out. So they did not have no Bill and Fleur being engaged, and Fleur was temporarily living there. None of that. And then they have, let's see, they have this whole, like, thing with Hermione and Harry being sympathetic to each other about their relationships, or their dire want for relationships. Like, Hermione so bad wants to be with Ron, but she won't make the first move. And Harry's in dire want to be with Ginny. And apparently they keep showing scenes with Hermione and Harry being sympathetic to each other. When, if you ever read the books, they were not sympathetic to each other. Matter of fact, half of the book, Hermione doesn't even talk to Harry. Barely. I mean, least of all, feel sorry for Harry's predicament of not being with Ginny. But the whole thing with Lavender Brown and Ron, oh my God, could they have picked any more of an annoying girl? I mean, I thought she was going to get all fatal attraction towards the end, because she was just sitting there with a freaking spoon, looked like she was about to bend it when her and Ron broke up. So it's like, wow. And, oh yeah, here's another thing. Also close to the fatal attraction thing, they apparently was dedicating this movie to Gwen Close, apparently, because, I mean, as I said, they made Lavender Brown look like she was going to be all fatal attraction and obsessed, but then they also made Narcissa Malfoy, Sissy, they give her the Cruella de Vil's hairstyle, and I don't know why. She looked like a skunk. I mean, you thought she was going to wear a puppy coat. I mean, when you looked at her. I mean, don't get me wrong, pretty lady. But they give her, the top is black, the bottom is white. It just did not make sense. And the whole Unbreakable Vow scene, it's like, even though I was sitting in the movie theaters, I could not make out what Bellatrix was trying to say. I mean, she was sitting there going, "Do you promise to do this? And promise to do that?" I mean, it's like, could she have not spoken up? But she didn't. Alright, and, let's see, I'm trying to get this carried on a little faster. They did show, the twins. They had, the Weasley's Magical Whizzes, shop, the joke shop, and I actually